Most of the golfers I met during my lessons set their current limits very low. You mentioned common reasons such as getting older and having a stiff body, or having played this way for several years, which make it difficult to improve distance and achieve a stable swing form. When talking to golfers, many of them often mention that they used to hit the ball farther in the past. People generally want to remember only the good times. That's why there is no one who didn't hit the ball far when they were younger. I am definitely weaker now than I was 10 years ago. I would certainly be weaker. That will be the case, unless I specifically engage in strength training. However, I can hit farther than I could 10 years ago, and this is not just true for me. If you practice what I am about to say, I believe many golfers will be able to break their current limits and take on new challenges. The core of my lesson is still about using this club. The first point is to keep the club face looking at the ball for a long time. While the golf swing and its appearance may differ, think about hammering. The head of the hammer is aimed at the target from start to finish. If, like this image, you can keep the club face looking at the ball during your backswing, more energy will be stored in your body. To help with understanding, if I attach this training tool to the club face and show you, you will see that when we take the backswing, the club face will naturally deviate from the direction of the ball. It faces the ball. It will also deviate. It faces the ball again. With this intention in mind, if you perform the backswing, you will keep the club face closed or tilted during the backswing. This is the easiest way to load power into your body. Do not worry about the path or shape of the backswing. Instead, ensure that the club face continues to look at the ball until the end. It will deviate, but it will still face the ball. It will deviate again, but it will still face the ball. With this intention in mind, I hope you will take the time to carefully try the backswing technique. It's important to focus on the fluidity and control of your movement as you naturally direct the club face towards the ball. Imagine the path of the club as it arcs gracefully, ensuring that your body remains aligned and balanced throughout the swing. How did my backswing look to you? Did you notice the way I maintained my posture and kept my eyes on the ball? These elements are crucial for achieving a successful swing. Additionally, consider the grip and how it influences the direction and power of your shot. By paying attention to these details, you can improve your overall performance. Have you ever tried adjusting your stance to see how it affects your swing? It's fascinating how small changes can make a big difference. Remember, practice and patience are key. Keep experimenting with different techniques until you find what works best for you. What are your thoughts on this approach? Do you have any tips or experiences to share about perfecting the backswing? And I encourage you to take a photo of how you look right now at this very moment. If there is no resistance to cover the club during your backswing, it is natural for the club head to open as it goes to the top. However, by covering the ball with the club face while performing the backswing, the body will rotate sufficiently, and the necessary energy will be stored tightly within. Since the club face is continuously looking at the ball and resisting, if you continue on your path without much effort, the club head will easily rotate back towards the ball after completing a full turn at the top. However, if one claims to do it naturally, but opens the club head during the backswing so that the club face does not point at the ball, the body becomes loose in relation to the club, and energy is not stored adequately. As a result, additional strength and willpower are required to return to the ball. The second point is not to invade the space beyond the ball, which is the wall we are going to hit. Golfers instinctively move their bodies towards the target while pulling the club. Additionally, the concepts of hip turn and weight transfer lead to an endless movement towards the target. The problem is that this action actually interferes with the club head hitting the ball. When I lift the club and move my left foot towards my right foot, the club will move to the left as a reaction to this action. However, if I try to move my body to the left, against this principle, the club will not follow. Instead, it will fall behind. By utilizing this principle during the backswing, I can press down with my left foot, and during the downswing, I can push off again to allow the club to move to the left. How did my downswing look to you? Also, please take a shot of how you look from the front. Since the wall we are going to hit is the ball, I will send the club out without encroaching on that wall. In order for the club to come in, I will resist by either moving back or at least staying in my position. After that, as I move into the finish with the club, my body will turn and my weight will transfer. It feels like the club is turning me rather than me turning the club to finish. If you keep the club face aimed at the ball without opening or closing it, from start to finish, the club will rotate around at the top and face the ball again. At this point, our body should slightly retreat backward to avoid encroaching beyond the wall, allowing the club head to enter. These two principles can lead to good results for anyone, regardless of age or gender. Therefore, from start to finish, the club face should be directed towards the wall, and the body should remain behind it.